Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today, got my dad here. He just got off work and we are going to put sides on his flatbed. He's been wanting them for a while. He puts his side-by-side up there, and when he's camping and stuff, he puts things next to it and he doesn't want anything falling on it. Pretty close? It's pretty close. Okay, this is the last one, number 8. We'll get this one cut, start laying them out. That's part of the Outlaw, and I'm waiting on parts for Outlaw. So I'm like, let's find something else to do. Laid out. Let's do this. 12 here. You know what? I'm gonna find a tape measure that'll actually hang on to something. There we go. Good tape measure. We're gonna cut that at 10 feet. I'm kind of liking that. Right there. That leaves it with a flush cut. I mean, it'll be back over here. Flush with this. We're gonna go with 45. I'm sure my dad will be just fine with that. And okay, I've got this top cap cut on a 45. Got my 45-degree angle figured out here. Just getting ready to tack weld that. And realized that you gotta get the battery cables off first. That's not good. You can fry some stuff on a vehicle if you don't pull your battery cables off before you start welding on it. So get to tacking this top cap on these bedsides. So I'm gonna get this done today. I got parts for the Outlaw coming tomorrow, and you guys aren't gonna want to miss that. That's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a fun build. And one of you guys could own that truck. We'll announce more as we go through the next couple videos on our channel. We'll give everybody details as to where they can go and what they can do to own that truck. But we're not keeping it. We're gonna build it, and one of the viewers is gonna own that truck. So you're gonna wanna keep watching. Stacked into place. It helps if you put a ground on it. Man, I do that too much nowadays. Now she should weld. This is going to be the back of that plate up against the headache rack. What I'm doing is just building a cap for it. All welded. We'll get it ground down. Looks like my dad made it back.
Finally.
Well, if I'd stop moving it, that's right where we want it. I had it right where we wanted it and I moved it. Let's get this tacked in place. All right, we got the front all welded in, right where we want it. We're just gonna let it cool down and we'll clean it up and show you guys how that looks. Right now, we're just figuring out where we decided we want this top cap to come down to a 45 and stop flush with the back of this bed. My dad's gonna put this square right here up this side. It'll kind of give us an idea of where we need to cut that. Make sure it's 90 degrees. Yeah. I should probably get a bigger one. Like this.
Well, you want this bent one back?
That's pretty good. That's pretty straight right there. We'll cap it, get that cap all welded on and cleaned up, and then we'll butt it up to here. Again, I want to make sure no moisture gets into this, because if water gets in this steel, it's enough to freeze and expand, it'll bulge this steel and it'll look like crap. Plus bees get in it and then you go to use it, and yeah, around here we get them bad in the summertime. So it's looking good though. So we'll get him to cut this, start putting the cap on, and keep moving forward.
There you go.
This is our first mistake of the day, I guess you can call it. First one that I'm gonna claim. So I built a little piece for this little hole to cap that in. Fits beautiful. Had it sitting there, guess what? Dropped it. Now it's down inside here.
Where's that, Mac?
Oh, there it is.
Cupcake on.
Okay. Now we'll get that cap put back on, tack welded in place. And this side will be ready to finish weld. We decided, let's put some D-rings on it. Because again, you know, he puts his side-by-side on the back of this, and there's not a lot of places to tie it down. So we're gonna put these on next to our rails. We've still got to finish up that rail. I've started laying it out. I got ADD, I got sidetracked, started doing other stuff. It happens a lot to me. So we're gonna put the D-rings on just because I want to weld. All right. Time to get all these stake sides tacked in place. Get this bedside done. This is going to be the front piece that goes up into the headache rack. I've made these caps, like I said, they're a little bit thick, but I like them to be thicker on the edges like that, so if you drop them or smack them or something, it doesn't bend them in. And it's easier to weld them. It's easier to clean them up. It's just, I just find that it's way easier to deal with. All right, while that's cooling down, I'm gonna go ahead and mark this edge. That looks about right. I like it. That should do. Okay, we'll hurry and get that cut. Just mark that, figure that out. Boom. Get her done. All right, got a few things I got to clean up here. See, that's pretty much touching. We don't want that, so we want it to be probably about right there. You guys can see that. So it looks like probably cut about 1/8 of an inch off real quick. All right, got 1/8 of an inch cut. I think just a little bit more, maybe another 1/8. Let's go cut another 1/8 and see what happens. Let's try it again. I think one more 1/8 of an inch. We probably should have just cut 1/4, but that's part of fabricating, man. Sometimes you get to a piece like this where you're custom fitting things and you just have to sit and trim it a little bit. I don't know, it's just the name of the game when stuff moves like this. So anyway, cut another 1/8 and we'll be right back. All right, I'm confident this time it's gonna work. Oh yeah, there we go. Now she's money. I got this roughed in, this piece here. As you can see, it's taller here. We'll come up and cut that right off flush and then put a little piece in there. We've already made the little cap piece, right here. I've already got it cut out. I'll have to round the edges off and we'll just lay it in there and sew it all in just like we did on the other side. My dad wanted to use this steel at first that he got out of the Provo River, and I put a stop to it. So he can either put it back in the Provo River or we'll use it for something else. You gotta throw that in there, you know? All right, let's finish welding this. Bedsides are all finished up. Got them all welded. They're done.
No,
Okay, there's one
they got it all.
ready to put in the truck.
Ain't even heavy.
Not even heavy at all, huh? One person can take them off.
Well, one normal person.
Look at that.
Sweet.
Those are ready for powder coat. It's cold out here. We just made it to Barber Metals and Quality Powder Coating in Spanish Fork. We're gonna unload these rails and they're gonna take care of us. So let's get them unloaded. Rails are dropped off. They got them unloaded, took them in the shop. They're gonna powder coat them gloss black for us. And they said they'll have them within a couple days. So that's exciting. Have them done in 2 days and get that truck
Out of your shop.
out of the shop and back over to my dad's, and he can get it ready for camping season in a couple months. So we're ahead of schedule. I think somebody may or may not have hit something. Imagine calling U-Haul and going, we hit something. It bent the frame.
Oh, it did.
Wham! Can you imagine hitting something like
Put
that?
that overpass there.
We didn't know how tall the truck was. I think they got insurance. Up today, it's all finished up. Look at that, there's snow on it because we got, seems like 4 feet of snow outside, but they're in the shop thawing out. I'll show you guys what we got hit with this morning. Look at this, look what we got today. This was a foot of snow. And they told us it was gonna storm. We knew it was gonna storm, but we didn't think we were gonna get hit that hard. So we pulled the old Ford out. We're gonna have to shovel it off real quick, check our bedsides and make sure everything looks good. But look at everything all just buried back there. All right, here we go. Even though the truck's covered in ice.
10 feet of snow.
There's ice in there.
There is?
There we go. Look at that.
Sweet.
That looks nice. Let's go look at it from this side. Well, that's another fun project down the hole and done. Now we're on to the next one. So we appreciate you guys watching. And just remember, if you have an idea or a project you want to mess around with, get out in the shop and do it, bro.